Several beautiful young women were invited to take part in a contest. But, as you might imagine, it is not a beauty contest. One of them will be selected to be a nanny for the son of a millionaire businessman. Because of this, the salary will be significant. The little Chris points out that all of them have a chance to become his nanny, but before that it will be necessary for them to do some tests. With his father's permission, the rich boy orders the maid to start the trials. In the first challenge, the woman takes each of the contestants a plastic cup with water inside. The tall, strong security guard hands the cups to the attractive young women who yearn to become that rich boy's nanny. The contestants have not been told beforehand about the challenges, nor what they will have to do to be chosen. The cup, according to Chris, is for them to put in their respective necklines. Some of the contestants show surprise and dissatisfaction. The boy explains that they will have to pour the water into the glass. The blonde wonders why the son and not the father is doing the test. The young woman in the pink dress comments that they need to be treated with respect. Chris emphasizes that if they don't do as he says, they can leave. Afraid of losing this supposedly easy and well-paid job, they all agree to take part in the unusual trial. The one who first tries to put water into the glass is a beautiful contestant in a black dress. The rich boy congratulates her for having succeeded. Next is the also attractive girl in the pink dress. She also manages to pour water accurately into the glass. But for Chris, it wasn't good enough, so he makes a few notes with his pen on a sheet of paper. Next is the blonde. Without proper cleavage, she manages to pour the water into the glass, but not very resourcefully, and the arrogant boy makes this clear. Lastly, it is the turn of a beautiful brunette, but she is stubborn and spills the water on the table. She blames the boy for inventing these meaningless tests. Chris complains that she is so careless that she has messed up his notes. The woman shouts that she doesn't care. She stresses that a job interview is a serious thing. A child can't be in charge. The boy replies that the chosen nanny will work for him. The woman, however, does not care and demands that his father be called immediately. Chris claims that his father is not there, and repeats that if she doesn't want to, she can leave. The brunette continues and questions if there are any more challenges. The rich boy confirms and signals to the employees, who understand the message. In that same square, the man, supposedly the security guard of the millionaire's son, positions some chairs. To the maid, he asks for the balloon. Without understanding anything, the women watch the spoiled boy filling that balloon. But when the balloon explodes, they all laugh, except for the beautiful girl in the black dress. She doesn't find anything funny and wonders if the little boy is all right. The pretty contestant is genuinely concerned if he is okay, and Chris replies that nothing happened. Again talking to the maid, Chris now asks her to fill another balloon. After a few seconds, she fills the balloon with air and makes a knot so that the oxygen doesn't escape. She puts the balloon on one of the chairs placed by the security guard. To the other employee, the boy asks where his cell phone is. The boy explains that in the second challenge they will have to run and try to blow up the balloon. For this they will have a time limit. The girl in the pink dress doesn't believe that they will have to submit to this situation. The millionaire's son again gives her the option to leave if she wants. Since she will accept, he will start the timer for the challenge to begin. Once again starting, the woman in the black dress runs to one of the balloons and on the first attempt blows up the balloon. Chris defines it as perfect and congratulates her. Next to try to blow up the balloon is the woman in the pink dress. Without caring about the time, she walks and also blows up the balloon. The boy points out that she was terrible, too slow. The third to do the challenge is the blonde, also not committed to making a fast time. With a little difficulty, she manages to pop the balloon, but, of course, her time was even worse, and the millionaire's son highlights that. "You'll regret it," she replies to him. The fourth is the brunette, the most questioning of the methods applied by the boy, and also the one who takes the longest to pop the balloon. The blonde comments that she will not accept being disqualified because of a spoiled child. She knows that Chris' father is a handsome businessman. By being the babysitter, she hopes to get to know him better. Everyone, though, listens to what she says. The one in pink thinks the same. She states that she will not let that boy ruin her plans. She also intends to conquer the millionaire businessman to have the life she alleges she deserves. The behavior of the two displeases Chris and the two supposedly mere employees. At last, the brunette manages to burst the balloon. Chris then goes to a humble man who was tending the garden at that location. He is also an employee of the boy, and he hears something that the women cannot listen to. "But I can't do that," retorts the startled man. Chris affirms that he is obligated to do it. The man accepts, but hopes to stay out of trouble. Chris allows him to put the plan into action. At the millionaire father's house, the four women chat under the analytical gazes of the little boy, shouting. The blonde inquires what time his father will show up. Chris underlines that he doesn't understand why she is so stressed. Just then, that humble employee appears. The boy runs up to the man, calling him daddy. The women adjust their positions. The so-called businessman greets his son and asks if those are the candidates. Chris confirms that one of them will be the nanny. The employee disguised as Chris's father explains that the interview will take place in his office, one at a time. He will be waiting there for each one of them. Yes, sir, they answer in unison. The first to get up to do the interview is the blonde. In the office, she walks up to the businessman in a not very appropriate tone, we can say. With her leg on the table, the man questions if she is the candidate Mayara. The blonde confirms and kisses the man. Soon after, the candidate who appears is the pretty one in pink. No doubt, she has the same intentions as the blonde and leaves it clear soon after opening the door. Without scruples, she sits on the supposedly rich businessman's lap. Minutes later, it's the brunette's turn, also willing to do anything to be the millionaire boy's nanny. She shows off to the man not as a future nanny, but as another kind of professional, if you know what I mean. The only one left is the pretty one in the black dress. Chris explains that her turn is delayed because some women are interested in the money. He tells her that many nannies are only interested in his father's fortune. But the beautiful woman promises that she is not like that. Her short dress, she explains, is on loan. Another thing, she is a mother and loves to take care of children. With him it will be no different, she assures. The woman confesses that she really needs this job, because then she can give her little girl a better life. Chris hopes that everything will be alright. A little later, the brunette returns, still fixing something in her mouth, while in the office the man puts back his suit. It's Alana's turn. Chris wishes her good luck and the beautiful woman is happy that her turn has finally come. At the office, unlike the others, she shows no malicious intent. The man stands up and makes her comfortable to sit down. Alana admits that she doesn't have a very good resume, but she promises that she will offer the little boy lots of love and affection. The employee also shamelessly tells her that all the other contestants were excellent. Alana is a humble woman. She was expecting that, because they seem to be very intelligent. However, she promises once again that she will be the best nanny for Chris. Look, Miss Alana, here the resume matters little, if you know what I mean, insinuates the shameless man. The beautiful woman understands what he is trying to say. She lifts her dress a little, but, to the man's disappointment, she refuses to continue this dirty game. Alana points out that, even though she is in dire need, this is not in accordance with her character. She thinks it's better to leave, but he doesn't intend to let her go. In a threatening tone, he demands that she stay if she really wants the job. Hearing the screams, the boy enters the room and asks what is going on. He questions directly to the father. The man justifies that the interviewee is giving him a job. Alana apologizes, but Chris demands that his father leave the office. Alone with the boy, Alana reinforces that she really needs the job. Nevertheless, she will not allow any stranger to try to take advantage of her fragile economic situation. What she wants is to work honestly in that house and take care of Chris. The naive boy doesn't understand why she is refusing to do the interview. Alana, though, will not agree to do anything to be chosen. Chris runs after her so that the beautiful and honest woman doesn't leave. She reinforces that she refuses to accept that. The rich boy requests that she sit in the office and do only the interview, nothing else. Then she goes, because Alana really needs this job badly. On the couch, the one in the pink dress wonders if Alana has been disqualified. She answers that no. What happened is that she didn't accept to do what they probably did. The three women laugh and the blonde ironically comments that she didn't do it because she doesn't have the best to offer. Minutes later, the man pretending to be Chris' father reappears with the definition. At that moment, however, a well-dressed man arrives at the house. He is surprised by this scene. "Dad," shouts the boy. To the employee, the real father doesn't understand why he is wearing his clothes and why those women are there. The boy explains that he asked Alan the clerk to help him with the interview. The businessman scolds his son and complains about the employee doing this. He is a gardener and should be outside. Alana laughs. As the saying goes, who laughs last laughs best. The blonde is incredulous that he used them in such a dirty way. Also outraged, the brunette shouts that she will have to brush her teeth to clean this poor man's saliva. The businessman orders silence. He wants to understand once and for all what is going on and if those women really kissed Alan. "I'll explain later," he replies, "but Chris will do it right now." The boy admits that this is all his fault. He decided to do this interview for a new nanny because he feels so lonely. This feeling has been in his heart especially since his mother didn't survive an accident. Chris wants someone to play with him, a nanny. The boy's father apologizes that he is feeling so alone. The man admits that he has been very dedicated to his work and didn't realize that he was doing this to the point that Chris lacked love. But the boy claims that none of them are good enough to take care of him. One of them even yelled at him. The pretty but cynical one in pink suggests that he is mistaken. She has always treated him very well. The blonde accuses the boy of being a liar. According to her, children that age always get things wrong. Chris emphasizes that all are interested in his money, except one. The three greedy candidates pretend not to know what he is talking about. To prove it, he reveals that he has everything recorded. Then he asks the employee Alan to show the video recorded on the cell phone. Raul receives in hand the recordings that prove the women's inappropriate behavior. The employee comments that 3 of those applicants, unfortunately, are not qualified to take care of Chris. They are, in his judgment, arrogant, haughty and rude. They definitely cannot be hired to care for the little boy. Except for one, he pointed out. The businessman has seen enough and gives the cell phone back to the employee, whom he praises for the perspicacity of having left the cell phone in the drawer filming their attitudes. Alan explains that he did this precisely because he doesn't want just anyone to take care of Chris. At last everything is explained. Raul now knows what to do. From what he saw in the video, the only woman able to take care of his son is the candidate Alana. The other 3 he orders to leave immediately. The women with no character still have the nerve to complain. The brunette promises that she can become his mother. The other 2 also make miraculous promises. Raul comments that there is nothing more to discuss after what he has seen in the videos. Before she leaves, the brunette, with her finger raised, says that he will regret not hiring the woman who could become the boy's new mother. The blonde, in turn, admits that she didn't want to take care of that spoiled boy. The one in the pink dress confesses that she was only interested in his money. With the verdict, the millionaire man goes to Alana and congratulates her for being the chosen candidate to be his son's nanny. The honest woman greets him and underlines how much she enjoys taking care of children. Taking care of Chris will be an honor, she says, besides the fact that she really needs this job. But regardless, she recognizes that Chris seems like a great boy, very affectionate, so she is sure that they will build a beautiful friendship together. The businessman announces that she is hired right away and asks Alan to show her the house and the uniform she will be wearing. In addition, he also asks the employee to take off his suit. The boy is very excited that she was chosen as his new nanny. The beautiful woman is sure that they will have a great time.